guys, great to see you. So there you heard me playing a lick from a famous Mississippi John Hurt song called Avalon Blues. Now, you may be aware that I've already covered this lesson in its entirety. Now, for anybody interested in doing that, I'll drop a link down below so you can go and check that out. I should just point out that that version is kind of my own interpretation of the song, whereas what you heard me play there was much closer to what Mississippi John Hurt plays. Now, the reason that I've brought this lesson to you today is that it gives you a little bit of a gateway into this field of fingerpicking. I know there are many of you out there who are perhaps struggling to break into this field but have a real desire to do so. And what I found when I began my journey was that it was a little bit awe-inspiring looking at the whole song. And I just, had this notion, there's no way I'm going to be able to play that whole thing. But like most things, when we break them down into very small parts, we give ourselves a far greater chance of being able to do these things. And after all, it's not that the whole song is particularly difficult. It's just that we're trying to get our fingers to do things that they don't really seem to want to do. It's a little bit like a drummer learning the drums, where one hand's doing one thing, the other's doing another, and then their feet are also doing different things. These things take a considerable amount of time to come to terms with. But like I say, if we break them into very small parts, we have a far greater chance of getting them down. And that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to take a look at the basics, something that you can work on. And there is a real sense of accomplishment when you get these little things down and you're able to do them. And you feel inspired to move on and perhaps look at other aspects of the song. And that's the idea behind the lesson. So let's now take a look and break it down into the most simple terms that we can to give you a real good chance of being able to get this one down. Okay, so what we're looking to do is fret an E chord. Now, a standard E would be like this, as we're all familiar, right, with this kind of standard E shape. But for this, we can just play a partial E, all right, and that looks like this. All we're doing there is playing the third string of the first fret and the fourth string of the second fret. Now, the very first step when we're doing this, as you can see with these tabs, is to just play the 6 and the 4. Like so. Now, it's worth spending a little time doing that. As simple as it seems, and it's not terribly difficult, granted, but we want to get it in time and we want it sounding smooth. That's very much a first step, okay? So do spend a little bit of time doing this. It'll really serve you well in the long term, all right? So we're looking to just play. Now, you can brush it like this, but this is just the bass section, right? And it's just 6/4 in this partial E chord. So you shouldn't find that too difficult as a starting point. And if you do, just practice it on a daily basis for a little while and it will soon become second nature to you. Now, once we have that down, what we're looking to do is then add the melody. So let me kind of recap and re-show you what's going on there. So we have this. So that's what we're looking to do. And when we're starting out with this, we want to do it very, very slowly to give ourselves a chance, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up the tabs and you can see what's happening and we'll try and play it very, very slowly together. So let's take a look at that. One more time. Now, if we were to break this into two separate sections, the bass and the melody, like we've said, the bass doesn't change, just 6/4 in an E chord. And what's happening with the melody is again, Now, of course, the challenge is marrying the two together. That's always the challenge. But once we get it down, what it does mean is that we can use this technique. We've accomplished something really quite significant, yeah? And something which translates into lots of other aspects of the song. Yeah, so let's now try and bring those parts both together and go very, very slowly and see if we can't kind of play this, right? So we've got... And that's all we're looking to do, guys. If you get that down, you should be really, really pleased with yourself. And if it doesn't come immediately, and this is a style of guitar playing that you really would like to pursue, then just try and do a little bit on a daily basis. You'll be surprised at how quickly it will happen, all right? And just remember that if you can enjoy what you're doing and not get frustrated with it, then that's really going to serve you as well. So I hope that you enjoy just tinkering around with this very short lesson. And if you'd like me to continue on teaching you this song in this fashion, i.e. breaking every element down to very small parts, comment below and I'll see what I can do for you. So enjoy. See you soon.